What the hell did you get us into? Gotti. Like
I second that. No, I'm seconding that.
I'm not mad at this, by the way, when I say that. Just
not mad either. I'm not mad. I only have one thing. You know what? The word of today's podcast is potential.
Potential, ladies and gentlemen, because this movie had potential. It actually had potential. So, our first episode of us actually recording the year 2021. And I got to say, guys, for the first time in American history, the niggas can put their hands behind their back and say, wow.
You know,
it doesn't involve us. Wow.
Hold up. Y'all see my profile. This is me watching everything burn right now.
I
am smooth criminal leaning, just watching
I'm
all
like,
this shit.
I'm literally like the black dude from fucking Magnum PI when he turns around the opening credits like
no,
hold up. Can I just say, gentlemen?
Yeah.
We 2021 couldn't wait a week.
Couldn't wait a week.
We couldn't get 1 week.
Nah.
Day 6 of 2021.
My nigga.
We couldn't get a week. After the entire clusterfuck known as 2020, all we needed was just at least 1 week of just pure peace. Just peace and quiet.
Damn week of peace and quiet. Couldn't give me that.
We just couldn't have it. And first of all, I should have known some shit was gonna pop off because CJ, you and I, we pretty much work in DC, and given the buildings and areas that are surrounding said incidents that have occurred in the last couple of days, I knew something was up when I got emails on top of emails that said, leave the building by noon.
See, I'm at home when this happens, and just like I'm just sitting there, like, okay, sure, I don't get it.
I left work hearing that all these white people are outside. Maggle. You know what I mean?
Actually, you know what?
Can I? Hey, D. I know you seen that. I know you seen that meme. We could take that building and then do what?
No. See, I'm gonna play that before we go into Gotti because that defines everything of that whole thing at the Capitol.
They pushed me down and makes me.
I just want people to look at this and just laugh because
look at the white. Look at it. Look at the chin. Look at the chin.
Just listen to this.
Oh man, we can take that.
Oh, we don't have any sound.
Oh, damn. Hold on. I thought I had to think.
What the fuck am I trying to hit the sound on?
Hold on. I thought I did. Shit. Here it is. Hold on. All right, there we go.
Guys, shit to me, man.
There it is. Can you?
And then do what?
I like to say for the record, I want people to understand this. I want people to understand this. That is the face of probably about 75% of those MAGA people at the Capitol.
Yes!
Because here's the thing.
Stop!
Because here's the thing. That's the face of all those people that broke into the Capitol, and then when they got home, they saw the FBI roll up to their place like, so you were at the Capitol today, so we're going to have to put you in cuffs. That's a look right there.
No, Chris, I'm sorry. My reaction and response when you posted that shit had you in tears.
Bruh, deceased. Because dog, that shit had me rolling because that was literally the start of the Vice video that they put up of that, and you're just sitting back like, holy shit! Like I just like yo, that happened, and you know what? I gotta be real about this. If we talk about Gotti, I gotta be real about this. I know we as people we have our heroes in crime that we look up to in some way, shape, or form. So forgive any Italian that listens to this. If I'm going to be honest with you, I don't understand Gotti at all. I don't understand the mysticism in it. Like, you know, there are certain things like Henry Hill and even stuff in Casino that happened in real life. I get that. I understand that. But Gotti, I don't get it. And I was kind of feeling some way when everybody was at the end of the movie was like, yeah, Gotti, he kept the riffraffs out of our neighborhoods. I'm like, oh, so the niggas. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
All three of us were in woke mode and just said, "Oh, you mean niggas?" Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Like like the thing that get me about the mysticism of Gotti, if you will, is that people really thought that this nigga was like Robin Hood. No, he was a fucking monster.
He was a terrible human being, man.
Like one of our podcasts that, you know what, I think I should let everybody know about that. Like I should recirculate the episode. When we did Belly and Paid in Full, I let it be known on there. I'm be honest with you. I understand y'all like, oh, them niggas hustle, they did what they did. I'm gonna be real with you. Why the fuck am I gonna worship Rich Porter or any of these motherfucking niggas, man? Y'all poison my fucking people. Why the fuck do I want to work with you? Yo, I barely show niggas who sell weed love. Why the fuck am I going to then turn to you?
The weed is the most is like less harmful than shit.
I buy that shit, nigga. I'm just sitting here like, yo.
Like, but my thing is,
what the fuck you want me to do? I don't get that idea.
And the thing about this movie, and because look, do I think it deserves the 0 on Rotten Tomatoes? No.
No. I think it deserves a 0 is because of the bullshit they try to pull with their numbers.
And that's the thing. The thing about this movie is it lacks tension for the moment. Yep. It lacks like the acting. It could be so good, but it gets undercut because it's boring.
The thing is, first of all, this is the one movie I legit felt bad for Travolta.
He was doing his best, man. God bless him, man.
I felt so bad for him. I felt so bad for him because he really was giving it his all. Like you could tell he was studying Gotti. He studied John Gotti just to get in character, and he played it so well. And I'm looking at this movie like, yo, the next time a movie you ever get presented with a movie like this, you just got to ask one question, John. Is Scorsese doing this?
Let me tell you something that's also a problem. Besides them getting the director of this movie, the dude in all that was in Entourage. He was the director of the movie. I forgot his name. But the fact that this movie was basically written kind of by John Gotti Jr.
Kevin Connolly.
Yeah, Kevin Connolly. Thank you. But it's kind of like under provision of the Gotti family themselves. So they do paint this light. This little soft light, like he was just a family man that had to do a rough shit, but you know what? He was good. He gave back to the community, all that bullshit. That's very fucking lovely. But when you're the capo of the Gambino crime family,
well, you did say the key word, family. Remember?
Family. Yeah, that was a key word. Yeah, that was a key word. Yeah.
Family. Not even on some fucking Vin Diesel shit of family. No, it was a legit family. Let
me tell you something, man. Look, here's the funny thing. One of the awesome things about this was not only did John Travolta really go into character with this, those suits that he wore were actually worn by John Gotti himself. He gained weight to kind of fit those suits. And on top of that, the cars he drove were John Gotti's. I mean, yo,
he went all in.
He went for it. And let me tell you something about this performance. This is one of the best performances I've seen of somebody portraying a real life person. It really is.
Do you think he's better than? Do you think he's better than Amon Asante's?
Now, what I can remember of it, yes, it is. But there was a bit of difference. Now, here's the funny thing. I did read the little article they had. The New York Times had about all three of the guys that played Gotti. Travolta, Mondesante, and Tom Sizemore. All three of them. Sizemore was on a NBC.
Yeah, it was an NBC guy. Yeah, it was an NBC guy.
Yeah. And basically, study all three of them, say who was the best Gotti, and they went by his dapperness. Yes, dapperness. They went by his how he acted, his hair. Yes, his hair, and all the rest of the shit, and how much fear that he put into you. He said, Amanda Sante nailed the fear, like nailed it.
Yeah.
Travolta didn't have no fear in him, even though he did some scenes. And I tell you, one scene I did love, but there was zero tension in it. Remember in the courtroom scene where his boy ratted was like, he's part of the FBI. He was like, no, you gotta.
He just had that. Like,
it was cold.
He just had that look. He just had that look like,
oh, you're dead.
No. It was more of not just you're dead, but I'm mad. I have to kill you.
It's more of
like I don't want to do this.
Real talk. If it was me, it's like this. Yo, bro, it's already done. Why you begging, bro? It's already done. I ain't gonna tell you did it. I can tell you this much: you gonna walk out, you gonna live for the day. I can give you that much. You'll live for the night. Like, I don't know when the bullet's coming. That ain't on me, nigga. You already dead to me, nigga.
I'd have been like this, yo, nigga. You got a head start from walking out of this courtroom.
And here's the other thing about the movie. Like I said, it also is written partially by John Gotti Jr. I want to be real with you. That nigga's a fucking rat. I'm gonna be real.
John
Gotti Jr. That nigga a fucking rat. He's a fucking rizat.
Now, what makes him a
fucking rizat?
What makes him a rat?
What really makes him a rat, D? I mean, he's seen what his father did and was like, yo, do I really want to follow this life for the rest of my life?
I know.
Nigga, I got kids.
I'm talking if you read what happened in real life, it's like, that nigga snitch.
I mean, the thing of it is, they make it seem as though, even in real life, if you read between the lines, I can see where D's coming at. Like he ratted, but at the same time, I'm like, well, maybe he didn't rat.
No, see, hold on, wait. Hold on. I gotta stop y'all on this. See,
here's the.
I think in John Gotti Jr.'s case, he was pretty much in that same boat as what's his name from The Irishman. What's his name? De Niro's character. Like De Niro's character in The Irishman, he was like the last living soul out of everybody that did all that shit, and yet people were still asking him like, dude, you're like 80-something years old. Who the hell are you defending? Your lawyer died like 6 years ago. Everybody you know is dead. You know what happened to Jimmy Hoffa. Why don't you just tell us?
Well, here's the thing.
And he wouldn't. He never would give that up.
Here's the thing. I understand all that. That ain't what happened in real life.
No. I mean, look.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm saying in terms of like movies, like the way that they're.
Yeah, the movie's framed like that. Yes, perfectly framed like that. I'm not gonna deny that. You know what? Hey, Harris, I got a question. You know what? Will you get a? And we're gonna dive right into it. Let's just start talking about what we hate about this shit. This is gonna be a short podcast. You know why? Because Gotti, you only gave us so much, motherfucker. So be lucky at the pedestal that Three Black Geeks.
But that's the thing too. It's like and I want people to understand this. You expect in a movie that's based off of a true story to be some embellishment, right? So it's not about whether it's true or not. Like, because me and D can crack fun. We can crack fun at the fact that John Gotti Jr. in the movie looks drastically different than what he looks like in real life. Even though in the movie he looks like John Gotti Jr.'s fucking second son, and I'm like, that's a little bit of a 180, a little bit.
No, it kills me. Yeah. Gotti Jr., the way he is framed in the whole movie is as this young in shape guy. And I ain't saying that, John Gotti couldn't knock a nigga out. Let's get this really clear. I'm not saying that. Bruh, you got a nigga off Jersey Shore to play you. Like, yo.
Yeah. Like, no, not just that. John Gotti Jr. looks like this. Movie John Gotti Jr. I am 18-year-old military school like academy John Gotti Jr.
I mean, for a second, I know Eris is gonna fucking die at this. I actually thought it was an old boy from Cobra Kai for a second because he almost looked like
that did look like him, didn't it? and I know you're talking about Robbie. I was like, yo,
Yeah, it looked like I was like, did Robbie get jacked? What?
no,
Steroids?
never mind getting jacked, Chris. This was me. Yo, when did Time Skip Robbie show up?
Thank you, because when he had the glasses on, I was like, is that Robbie from Cobra Kai? And I looked at it, I was like, okay, it's not him. I was like, okay, thank God. I was like, wow, I was about to say, I was like, bruh, how the hell you go from?
Hey, look, I'd rather it be him for one reason. You want to know why? Because this nigga cannot act.
No, he's from good old Canada, D. So you know.
Wow. Why you just gonna blame that on Canada, nigga?
That's just terrible.
Canada gave us Bret Hart and Drake. Stop it.
Gave us Bret Hart. Gave us Bret Hart and Drake. Bret Hart and Drake, and all for the awkward nerds, Michael Cera.
I'm mad you guys are not mentioning the great Bryan Adams.
I was going to get to him. I was going to get to him.
Ew. No. Wayne Gretzky. There we go. That's what
Wayne Gretzky. Yeah,
Wayne Gretzky.
Right one. I was sitting there like, who the hockey guy?
No, but it's like so John Gotti Jr. I can live with that, right? It was just the fact that I think, D, to your point, you gave us Stacy Keach basically playing expository through the whole movie, and I'm like, can I just see what happened? Why are you giving Stacy Keach there, just sitting there, just collecting a check and expositing everything? All right, fine.
I'm like, yo, man, that's all he did through the whole movie. And the funny thing is this, like I said, I love Stacy Keach. I can see him in anything. I can hear this motherfucker talk forever. And I'm glad that I got a movie to actually review that he's in. Sorry, Mr. Keach. It's one of the worst. It's the worst mob movie I've probably seen in my life, yeah. And I seen what was that mob movie that had your boy in it? It was a comedy. I forgot the name of that bitch. Whatever. There was a mob movie that was supposed to be like a parody movie. I forgot the name of that bitch. But whatever.
Mafia or some shit like that.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Mobbed. I don't know.
I just had a interesting thought. Like, out of the entire spectrum of mob movies, regardless of directors, can we consider this movie, Gotti, to be the Dragon Ball GT of mafia movies?
I feel like there's one worse. I feel like there's a couple of them that are worse, man. I just know they're out there.
It's weird. I mean, it's weird because when people talk about like mob movies and stuff, like people just go to Godfather 3 by default, right? That's just automatic, right?
Oh no, Chris, that movie deserved all.
No. It deserves it, but like
venom that it got.
No, but they go to that. So when you look at Gotti, it's like, well, Gotti is worse than Godfather 3. But like D said, it's like I know there's one more. There has to be another one, and I don't have.
Well, see, first of all, the difference is, yes, Godfather 3 is a terrible Godfather movie. Now, is it the worst mob movie in existence?
Oh,
no. But it's
not by a long shot.
Not by a long shot, but it's a terrible Godfather movie, from the casting to the fact that they waited damn near 2 decades to make a sequel.
Yeah.
And God, what else? The way that the movie
took them 2 decades to make a cut, and I heard it's pretty fucking good.
Oh yeah, and it took 2 more decades for them to give us a quote unquote better version of the same movie. All they really did was they changed the ending. It still happens, but the aftermath of that ending is what got changed.
Yeah, I mean, and like when you have that, so let's talk about tension, right? So scenes in this movie that should be great.
Spoiler alert: there's only one scene of tension.
So whenever you see a mobster movie where there's like a mass shooting or any action movie, let's not even put it in towards mob movies, just any action movie where there's a mass shooting, right? The best thing about it is the chaos surrounding the shooting, right? So somebody gets fucking shot out front of a restaurant. You see everybody screaming and like, oh my God, and everybody's running. Yeah, it's just chaos, like as it should be, right? So the scene in this movie where Gotti gets Paul
killed.
Yeah, Paul killed. It's framed because he has his men that's going to kill Paul, dress up like they're regular people shopping. All right, that makes sense and stuff, because hey, it's Christmas. Cool. That's the way you frame it. So his boy that set it all up is in the restaurant talking to this other dude, about Paul coming there and stuff. As it's happening, he looks over and Paul is getting shot up. Now I'm sitting there like, and nobody in the restaurant notices this guy getting shot outside the restaurant. Like, you can't hear the gunshots. What's going on here? Like the whole, and even with the people there, there's barely any people there to scream or anything. And I'm just like, this is the most dull ass fucking mass shooting. And then the dude casually sits there and says, "Yeah, Paulie ain't gonna make it," and just walks out. And I'm like, "But what?"
No. He didn't say that he's not gonna make it. He said the following: "Paulie's here. He just ain't gonna make it for dinner."
Yeah.
Paul Castellano. When I heard that,
Paul Castellano. Paul Castellano was his name.
When I heard that line, I said, that was dialogue that was written and used in this movie.
Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know how you botched that up.
Like, here's the thing. And you know what?
I think this is what happens when you try to do a Scorsese mob movie without Scorsese.
Here's the thing. I was looking at that scene, and Eris again, potential. I was looking at that scene, and I said to myself, okay, I like what I'm seeing. I like how you kind of set it up. Here's the problem, because there's no tension. I don't get the, oh shit. Now, even if I want to believe in this time in New York, they had not only bulletproof but soundproof windows that they couldn't hear fucking a hail of gunfire.
I can't even say you can't even say that. You can't even say that it's soundproof either, D, because you can clearly hear the gunshots.
Yo, I got a question. How loud was that fucking Dean Martin playing in the background, nigga? How do you not hear that shit? What the fuck? Actually, I'm sorry. It just reminded me. The music in this movie is fucking terrible. But anyway, yeah, I'm looking at that scene and I'm telling myself, this could have fucking worked. Even that dumb line right there, yeah, Paulie ain't gonna make it. That would have been so much deeper. In the Scorsese movie, Eris, you would have busted a nut. I know. Yeah. If it was a Scorsese
Eris, tell them the example that you told us when we were chatting about this as a better example of building tension, because you made a good point. I think it was a Lufthansa heist from Goodfellas you were explaining.
Yeah, from the Lufthansa.
That makes a whole bit of point.
No, from the Lufthansa heist. Okay, it wasn't even just a build up to it. Yeah. There was the buildup that you knew that it was coming. You don't even see the heist. That's the best part.
It's the aftermath.
It's the aftermath of the heist. And the fact that they got away with that much money, which I still say again, I'm going back to that podcast, y'all motherfuckers should have retired after you did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
After you pulled off that heist, stop doing everything. Go home, be family men. You have
family men.
Like you have $600 something million in cash and jewelry. Go home, spend time with your family, have sex with your wife, smoke some weed, and enjoy time with your children. That is all you need to do.
Smoke some weed.
That is all you needed to do. But
that's gonna be a me with 3 black geeks.
but no. What did they do? And this was the tension building. As soon as first of all, somebody comes in with a mink coat, second person comes in with a pink Cadillac, and after that big blow up inside the bar with Jimmy, I knew that the domino effect was coming. And here's how it happened: Jimmy is walking with Henry. Henry giving that inner monologue. For the first time, I can actually see that Jimmy was a nervous wreck. Cut back to the actual dialogue. I think Maury tells his wife everything. Pause. That's when I knew that Jimmy was going to whack Maury. Done.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is how you do tension building.
And the thing of it is, like, when we see it in Gotti, we see that John doesn't like the fact that because Paul basically wants to basically kind of dissolve the family because he wants to get into legitimate business and make money that way. Guy doesn't like that shit. He's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what about us? And basically Paul's like, fuck you. I'm trying to get legitimate here. And I'm like, damn, that's
it. Not even just go legitimate. You know what everybody else said that was pretty much his underboss? Hey, he's the boss. He's the boss. He's the boss. The boss is the boss. That's what everybody kept saying. Like, yo, he's the boss. What the fuck are you gonna do, John? What are you gonna do? And funny how you worded that too, Chris. You know who else tried to do that and got shot for his efforts? Vito Corleone.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I mean, and the thing of it is too, it's like even when he wanted to do that, all right, cool, you want to kill Paulie, the build up to that, I don't get that tension because it's like I know it's like I have to believe in real life, not everybody was cool with it.
Oh, you know for a fact there
Oh,
were
of course.
There were a number of people that were like, yo, like, yo, John.
And I wish the movie showed that instead of just saying, all right, we'll just get everybody in line. I'm like, it can't be this easy.
You know for a fact there was a number of people that were like, yo, John, yo, what the fuck are we doing over here? What are we doing? We really about to do this?
And that was the funny thing. You remember when they finally started doing when he started talking, he was like, all right, but if you're gonna do it, you know, how you gonna do it? And he started going down the list of people. This is actually the real biggest problem about the tension too, Harris. You're saying this. Who the fuck is that?
Thank you.
Who the fuck is that?
Yep.
Who the fuck is that?
You know who did it right?
That nigga's name was that's Sammy the Bull? That's the nigga that's supposed to be Sammy the Bull? I didn't know he was Sammy the Bull until now, nigga. You didn't tell me that.
Hey D, let me give you an example of how you do this right.
That is pathetic,
first of all,
young. Oh my God.
Wait, D, hold on, D. Let me give you the example. I gotta give you the example of how you do this right. First of all, let's go ahead and drop that that 60s guitar riff intro. So when they started that shit, I decided to open up my own jewelry store. I brought in my kid brother Dominic, and then I brought in Jack Hardy, and then I brought in this other guy. I forgot his name, but he was a second story guy who just came back home from doing a 10-year bid. And then I opened up my place called the Gold Rush. That is how you do it. You introduce the characters simply. You just name drop, say what they did in one sentence.
And I'm not even, and I wasn't even asking for like, I need a backstory. It's like, no, simple to the point. That's it.
Okay. Another scene where they shouldn't have, it would have felt something if they did something with it. I got a question. So I'm kind of confused. What did Angelo do again to get kicked out the mob?
He called the hit. Like he called an unsanctioned hit on old boy that snitched.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for the dude that snitched, and you heard Gotti, and this is what threw me off and got me confused when they said, "So did you get that kid a pass?" Shows him getting shot in the back of the head. Yeah, I gave him a pass. I'm like, John, you don't know that dude got killed.
I mean, it's and that's the thing. It's like you're not describing everything and stuff. And and as Eris pointed out,
one of the best scenes in the movie, I had to stop and ask myself again, what happened to that? What was the thing? Did he go to jail for that? Remember when we saw John Jr. beat that guy up and that guy died in there?
Well,
Yeah, it did. I understand it because, and I understand why he did it, but at the same time, I was like, so did that go anywhere? Because the best scene, why is the best scene? Is because he's like, yeah, wait till your father gets here. Wait till your fucking father gets here. Open the door. John Travolta, slap. Motherfuckers, you fucking cocksuckers. No, I love it. He's like, the fuck are you doing? You bring all that fucking heat down on me. He just starts slapping the shit out of this. I love it. And he kept calling his son a cocksucker. I love it.
Dude, he had the best line. He had the best line ever with that one. First of all, he went from mob boss slapping the shit out of him to slapping the shit out of him as a father, saying, "You're throwing away your whole future."
This is the debacle here to be like.
Hey, what's the fucking debacle? My dad wanted me to stay in fucking school. Hey, what the fucking problem is? Yeah, but hey, he was a good father.
Because it reminds me of that shit from Knockaround Guys, where like Barry Pepper's character his dad was like part of the mafia, but he wanted to be in the sport. He wanted to be a sports agent, and everybody was like, "Oh, your dad is that mafia dude." Yeah, sorry, man, we can't hire you. But your dad, he's an awesome mafia boss, and he's just looking at him like, "I hate you guys so much. I don't want to be part of them. God damn it!" And every time he sees his dad, he's like, "Yeah, you told me not to be in the mafia, but every fucking time I try to get a goddamn job, your name comes up."
Exactly. Like the biggest thing is whether or not I know you, and the fact that you're my dad makes it even worse.
Thank you.
also, my favorite, like the part that I wish that this movie had came out after this shit became a meme was like you went in there. Did you not realize that you guys just killed a guy in there? Like what the fuck? Like what the fuck is wrong with you? What were you thinking? Like what? Hey, look, like pops. What can I say, man? Like these guys. They was jumping like 2 or 3 of our friends. You know, like we had to go in there and handle business. You handle business, yeah. And I took that very personally.
I mean, let's be real. I find it funny. The scene that was kind of funny, but the movie didn't make it intentional funny, is when Gotti Jr. is at the military academy doing his homework, and then boom, they mention John Gotti on TV. He looks over, and all the students are looking back at him, and he's just like, I guess it's time for me. This is a little awkward. Time for me to get up and get out of here. All right. I was like, well, so I guess he's done with military school? All right, cool, I guess.
He legit wanted to take...
That shows that he's not in military school no more. Like, I was there, knows how jacked I was, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I ain't there no more, you know?
Even though the tension was gone.
Hey, I know what somebody saying. D, is that how John Gotti Jr. talks? No, that's how he talks right now.
Gabagoo.
Gabagoo. Like gabagoo. Spaghetti, nigga. You know, come on.
Hey, I way I see it and stuff. Somebody will be like, "I'm Italian. I take offense." Let's be real, man. Let's call it even. I'm pretty sure you Italians sit there and be saying
that, Chris. I saw that. I didn't see you. I didn't see your other hand, but I saw that. Hey, I'm Italian. I saw that. You racist prick. I saw that, nigga.
Luigi.
Mario God. Oh. The one Italian stereotype. There's one Italian stereotype. There's one Italian stereotype I do like is the O. Because Italians have shown me that's
I'm sorry. This is why 3BG. This is why 3BG will never interview Andrew Dice Clay, because I will seriously get my ass whooped by Andrew Dice Clay, be like saying, "Oh, it's Andrew Dice Clay."
What the fuck you gonna do? What the fuck you gonna do? Be funny, nigga? What are you gonna do, nigga?
Be funny.
And 2 of Andrew Dice Clay's fans are not watching this anymore.
No. 2 of Andrew Dice Clay's fans. Oh,
the niggas, they got jokes. Oh,
nigga.
Oh.
Now, if I could
get a Hello Monkeys vibe from John Gotti. Yes, I do.
If I could switch gears real quick.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about probably where the one moment where all the effort into doing the dramatic piece went.
I know what you're talking about. Please continue. Yep.
All effort went into the bike ride, the car. The bike ride, the car. The bike ride, the car. The car comes around that corner.
Man.
The sun glare. And runs headfirst into the bike. John Gotti's youngest son is killed, by a car.
Now, I will say this.
Gets hit by a car and dies later in the hospital. All that whole beat from the time we see him riding his bike, enjoying life 3 blocks away from his house, to getting the news that he passed away. All the effort into doing the dramatic piece in a movie like this is where this entire movie went.
Now, I will give this movie credit. I did appreciate when they showed and you can see the shit coming a mile away, that the guy that hit his son obviously disappeared, aka he got killed and stuff. But I appreciate how the movie framed that. Like, yeah, about a week later, they bullied the guy at the restaurant to sell his restaurant and move to another state. And I was like, okay, that was actually kind of funny a little bit. Like they went there and literally was just staring a hole into his soul.
Oh yeah, literally. I mean, dude, as soon as he pointed the finger, like, yeah, it was 3 guys that did it. Those same 3 guys showed up a week later.
I just imagine. I needed to show a scene where they were drinking coffee and just
they ordered a cup of coffee just to stare at it.
That's what I'm talking about, and that's the main thing, Chris. You need to show me that. How awesome would it be? And this is if you have a good writer. If the one thing they do say they have their coffee, the last guy before he leaves, like, hey, maybe want to move and just walk out. That's like something. No. Here you go, Aaron.
That's too much on the nose.
Arizona's nice.
No. That's
a good. You know what I mean, nigga.
Wait. No, D. I got one for you. See, it would go something like this. It's not the fact that they had to threaten him. It needs, like, that whole scene could have went something like this. What do you mean there's no ice? You mean I gotta drink this coffee hot?
Also, this movie, and again, it's not like I'm asking for overt references. I never felt the time period that they were in, because even though his kid got hit by the car, and I know that was the 1970s when that happened.
Yeah.
It felt like that could be in like 1992 or some shit. Like
that's very true. Because even the 1980s, even 85 didn't even look like 85.
Yeah, it's just I never felt the time period in which these things are happening. It just felt like they just threw up like hey, this took place October 5th, 1992, or this 1985, 84. But like it didn't have that visual flair. And again, I'm not asking.
No. It did have that visual flair. You saw the news broadcast.
I mean, yeah, sure. I mean,
yeah. See. Shut up. Be grateful.
Be grateful for the fucking gray still colors. Again, I'm not saying the movie got to be colorful.
Look. Stock footage is not a replacement for bad writing. Okay.
You know when you got a problem, when you got, hey yo, run that shit at Tom Brokaw in '93.
It's time. Yo, and here's the thing. After the Paul got shot, right, this is where I rolled my eyes. And again, this is a movie you're gonna roll your eyes repeatedly. This is where I really rolled my eyes. I was like, all right, fuck you, movie. This is when they did that montage of like when Gotti finally got power and they played the music, and I'm like, oh boy, now I'm rolling my eyes. Like Gotti, yeah, John Gotti, he's so cool. I'm like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah, everybody wants to be like John Gotti. I like John Gotti because he takes care of the community. He's a good man. The streets are cleaner with Gotti here. Yeah, Gotti shows his people love. Yeah, you go there. Yeah, go Mets and shit like that.
Like quick. Somebody get the camera off of Peter and Marie.
Yo, did you just drop the camera in the middle of Brooklyn? There's a camera out there.
I gotta be real, man. Considering the director, I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm just saying he probably did drop a camera. Here's the thing about it now, Chris. The thing that really stood out to you really quickly was how self-masturbatory. That's so stupid. It's this movie jerks itself off. They have John Travolta's John Gotti narrating it, and it doesn't work because number one, John Gotti's dead, but number two, it's not in the way of, again, we're going back to Goodfellas. When Henry Hill was narrating the movie, it made it when they transitioned to him being in the courtroom narrating what's happening and stuff, it just worked because you felt like, oh, he's literally just talking about his life up until you get to the end where he opens the door to where witness protection has him and he's complaining, and it just worked. This is like, you can't do what John Gotti at the beginning and then have him at the end after everything's said and done. It's like, yeah, nobody in 5,000 years will ever be like me. I'm like, oh, fuck you, movie. Don't do this. Come on. All right, Chris. Eris, you would know this too. Besides the really shitty fucking cinematography that's in this movie. Besides that, Eris, do you know that this is what happens when you don't have a good director? When you don't have a director that has any type of vision, this is what you get. Even with a shit script, some directors can get something out of it. You know what I mean? They can at least frame it well. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't understand how you get
all of this good effort and give me nothing out of it. And you know the fun part of and here's the thing about it.
First of all, fuck you, Gaddafi. I'm sorry, D. This nigga said the story is to itself as Eris when he finds a new Ayana angel.
I'm just saying, like, dog, like I gotta wonder, like,
no. But D, no, seriously,
Bruh.
no, sorry, D. Please make your point so I can answer it.
Bruh, I don't know if I have a point.
I'm just like, look, I'm gonna say with the self-masturbatory thing because you expect a layer of like you want to embellish stuff about it, but it's like I gotta wonder, was the Gotti family having these writers at gunpoint?
Hey, you gonna make my fucking father look good or not?
I really can't say they had him at gunpoint. I'm just gonna say that everything was just one bad execution point after another.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say, Chris. This is the thing that gets me with the whole thing where you said about narration from Travolta. Here's the thing: when you have narration like that, I don't need Keach to fucking do exposition.
I'd rather have been. You know what? I'd rather have been Keach doing the narration of the movie. Honestly,
Here's the thing. Also, if that's also the case, if you're going to do narration, be what narration is supposed to really be at the end of the day: connective tissue. You're doing none of that, really.
Nah.
You're doing none of that. You're just all of a sudden out of nowhere. That's my son. I love him. I wish he stayed around more. But he's not, he's not smart and all the rest of that. And all right. Like 20 minutes later, last night I walked out there like, oh, now you want to say something. Yo, this nigga choose to come in and come out of the motherfucking story. I never understood that, man. It was so stupid.
It's like, I mean, and again, you know what? I'll say this. The makeup was pretty good in this movie. I will give it that.
It was
I would give it that and stuff. And also too, and again, because I never paid much because my thing with John Gotti is like, number one, I didn't know he died like that early and stuff. But two, it's just crazy how like and again, this is where like the last 20 minutes of the movie, I felt it was spinning his wheels because I'm like, all right, good. John Gotti's dead, we get into the movie. Well, we gotta fucking do this shit with his kid now? What the hell, movie? Like, why?
It's like, why are we doing that?
Because look, we all came here for the story of the Gottis. No, it was gonna be my dad. It gotta be fucking me too, yeah. It's gotta be fucking me. I gotta be there. You know what I mean? Yeah. You want to hear about Junior, right? Yeah, I fucking know you do. Like that's like, yo, all the performances were wasted, nigga.
You got to do that. The Knicks game.
I like to say for the record, I'm still mad that somebody at A&E was like, you know what? We should give that Gotti family a fucking reality show. And I'm like, why? Fucking why?
Because,
why?
We can make them pariahs. You know what I'm saying? They the Dapper Don's children.
The daughter of John Gotti, I really want to watch a reality show about a fucking nobody who's just living off her dad's name. Gotcha. I'm sorry. It just is what it is.
Look, we've seen a
lot of them actually.
A whole lot.
Like, that is a level of nepotism.
Paris Hilton.
I'm about to say Paris Hilton.
At least Paris Hilton.
Kardashians.
I gotta be real. Let's be real. Hey, you know the X factor between those three? At least two of them put out a fucking sex tape. They were garbage, but they were sex tapes nonetheless.
You know what? To this day, I am amazed at the amount of white boys that came to the cackling of that white girl's bones getting shook. Like, I
want to punch every white person that actually hyped that fucking sex tape up. Me as a black person, I'm looking at like I'm not impressed.
I don't see
Like,
nothing.
not at
What
all.
makes this hot? Like, you know what? I gotta watch it again. Eris, we gotta watch that again. And
Really? Do we
actually
really have to?
properly rated.
Do we
sir.
really have to, dude?
I don't want to watch it. Look, I want to be a guest on
You
that.
know what? I would love. You know what? That's a good topic. We just go through all these celebrity porns and judge them wisely.
I gotta be honest with you. Only hot one was fucking Tommy Lee and fucking Pam Anderson, only because she.
Nah, I'm not even joking. Victoria off of WWE and her husband.
Oh,
I'm not joking. It's a good one. It's actually a good one. It's actually a good one. Bravo to y'all too. I'm sorry that I watched it if I wasn't supposed to, but bravo.
Granted, low key, I have to wonder, did Biggie and Kofi take a glance at that fucking
you know what it is? You know what it is? You know what it is? Nigga, if I heard if either one of y'all in a porno, I'm watching that shit. I'm watching that
All
shit.
I'm saying is, if you see me in porno, I better get fucking criticism from you guys. That's all I'm asking.
Hey, look. I'm just saying, nigga. I'm watching that shit. You better hope it ain't a slow night in my porn list. I might.
Hey, my worst fear is I swear to God, my worst fear is literally just perusing Pornhub and Eris, you're gonna laugh at this one. All of a sudden we find out somebody that we graduated from our school with did a fucking porno video. I'm like, whoa, where did this come from?
No, see, you're gonna say that. Here's me. What took you so long?
I know your ass would be. I'm just like, whoa, wow, didn't see this coming.
Yo, as a dude that's seen somebody in his class. Wait a minute. Yeah. Oh, that's that nigga.
No, it's like Channing Tatum in 22 Jump Street when he was like, "Oh, you fucked the guy's daughter." Oh shit. It
was sort of like that. It's sort of like that. I'm not even gonna say that nigga's name, but when I found out it was his, everybody was like, "Yo, I hope you know that shit on X video."
I'm with it, man. Just peruse the X video and you get on like the 60th page, which I'm like, that's sad. That's sad. You get to page 60, you ain't found shit, and all of a sudden
I gotta be real. 25, you should be at least saying maybe I should change the search up. Baby, look. And I'm looking at you, Aaron. Look, I'm looking at you, Aaron. Maybe blondes on blacks is you probably done did all of them, man. Now it's time to move on to something new. You know, something exotic, something that's actually sexy. You know, Brazilian midgets. Let's go there.
I feel once you get to page 60, that means you got your fucking reading glasses on and you got a list so you know where to keep track of these things at on the fucking
nigga. I have a collection that I'm trying to keep track of, nigga. I don't even jerk off to my porn. I'm like,
you gotta roll it.
No. See, that doesn't go into Tiggo Bitties. I don't think it does.
You know what? That's also another thing about this movie. And again, I'm not saying that it's there. I think you said it too, Eris. It was great that they at least showed for a brief moment Gotti and his wife with the death of his son, and like, all right, lady, you have to get the hell up out of this fucking bed. All right.
That
was by far my favorite part. Like when he walked in the room and saw the drugs and stuff. Like,
he threw them shits in the trash. Like, nah,
all those prescription pills. He just said, "No, fuck this. You're getting out of here. I'm taking my wife and kids to Florida. You know, I need to get away from this."
And I understand it, but it was.
Here's the funny thing. As much as I love that scene too, Eris, but I will say this: that didn't happen in real life, did it?
I found out she almost.
That was a little bit. That was a little bit too.
I gotta be honest with you.
I
gotta be honest. I think she probably overdosed on drugs and had to go to the hospital to get drugs pumped out, but they just didn't want to show that shit.
You know what I mean? Fucking dumb bitch. Why the fuck I still have you around? It's really dark and fucked up. You know what I mean?
And that's another thing. I never felt like, and I think that's to again, it's not like I'm saying I want juicy things, but it's just like I never gave a fuck about his home life to the degree that I wanted to.
You know what? You're right. I don't think nobody really did.
And it's like even when they focus on the mob stuff just felt like a lot of talking, which I'm like, all right, cool, but the drama wasn't exactly there.
Exactly.
And then even there was a part in it when they're in the car and they're cracking jokes and stuff. It's funny, but like you don't get the camaraderie because even Stacey Keach's character, he's not joining along with the joke. It's just the two in the front laughing, and I'm like, there should be some camaraderie here, and I'm not getting it because he's just expositing, but he's not laughing at the jokes.
Hey, yo, remember when Angelo went to Gotti Jr.? He's like, you're breaking your fucking father's heart. You can't be fucking out here. He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, no. And then, no, I'm sorry, I got it wrong. Remember at the end where he was like, man, Dad, you can't do it at the end. Uncle Angelo. He's like, yeah, get out my. He's like, you don't know nothing about this. You gave me his middle name. Here's me. You know what? While we on it, Angelo and John Gotti's friendship. I know they're friends, but I can't tell because you never really showed us them being friends outside of hey, yo, gabagool, mom stuff. You didn't show us nothing of them being actual friends. You know what was a man when they gave us friendship, Eris? A great moment. Killing Billy Bat showed real, true friendship.
Yeah,
that was a moment where you saw everybody bounce off each other. Henry's nervous, but it's okay. He's along with it. Like, yo, this is beyond me, but I'm gonna stay with you because y'all my niggas. Then you got motherfucking Jimmy who doesn't feel the thing. Hey, the motherfuckers out my way. I don't give a shit. What the fuck I give a fuck for? Yeah, and then you got Tommy. Hey, look, I'm looking at my mom. Look, hey, shut the fuck up. Look at that mom's picture here. Look at the fucking dog.
Dude, even to the extent.
But right before that. Sorry, man. I didn't want to get blood on your floor.
But even
God damn it, that look.
No, but even I'll even take it a step further. Even to the point that you believed, and like I said, Maury played himself after that. But you believed when they're playing cards, that little 2 seconds of Jimmy looking at Henry, like, yeah, I'm not gonna kill Maury for you. Fine. I'm not gonna touch him.
I'm not doing it.
Cool. And again, like I said, Maury played himself by keep pressing that fucking button. I'm like, God damn it, Maury. God damn it.
Look, also,
for the love of God, Gaddafi. For the love of God, Gaddafi. Says DJ Sue probably would have a sex tape, but it would be some random ish like, is that Hitomi Tanaka?
How does nigga know everything? Yeah, we do say what we jerk off.
We do.
We do that a lot, guys. Yes.
You're giving our viewers the recipes, people. You gotta kind of keep.
Yeah, like there we go. Yeah, Eris, you do say that a lot. Yeah.
No, but it's like you don't get that with these because, like you said, I don't understand. Angelo's his friend. When I don't get that vibe other than like a couple of conversations and that's it.
And one of the big things that really happened in real life was Sammy the Bull ratting out on John Gotti. We really didn't get none of that.
I think the only thing I got out of
none of that. That was a big deal.
No, D, the only thing I really got out of that was John recognizing his mistake, which is never trust anybody that's never done time.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, and you know what? A part of me actually kind of when in the mafia, yeah, I agree with that.
I ain't
don't trust nobody who never been in jail, nigga.
I ain't gonna lie.
You know what? Even for my hood niggas that listen to Three Black Geeks, don't trust a nigga that ain't never been in jail.
I even take it a step further. If we talk tension, even old boy getting blown up in his car didn't have that impact that most movies in that situation would have.
Chris, I was rolling up a joint at the time, and I heard the car bomb go off. Here's me.
That's how bad it was because
I didn't care.
Because I should have been sitting there like any other person, like, hey man, don't get in that car. You're gonna blow. Oh, he gonna blow up. Did nothing. Nothing.
No.
No, for me, I was quite confused when they cut to the next scene. It says, John, that car bomb was meant for you. Fucking how?
I'll be honest with you. They played it.
Thank you, Willis.
Gotta be real about it. They did a horrible job of making John really look surprised, even though he orchestrated all this. Oh man, he died. That's sad. Hey, put me as leader. And I'm like, damn, dude, like you blatantly killed Paul, but you're like, you know, it's unfortunate that Paul died, but you know, I could be your leader, you know. And I'm like, damn, dude, like chill.
Hey, Chris, that scene right there, John's reaction, and you already know where I'm going with this. Oh no. Wait, Paul died? Oh no. Anyway.
I was balls deep in my wife last night, you know, just Put it out there.
Yo, hey, look.
He was straight Jeremy Clarkson that whole scene. Just anyway, I could take over.
Yo, look. I will say this. One of the best lines in the movie. Gotta say, Judge, the 5 life sentences is one thing. A $50 charge, though.
I ain't gonna lie. I tell you what had me rolling.
Hey, real talk. Shout out to the real life John Gotti for saying that in real life too.
I mean, hey, I ain't gonna lie though. The part that had me rolling was the failed. The shit that had me rolling was the failed fucking hit on Old Boy and shit when dude was on a scooter. I fucking hollered on that shit. I'm like, bruh.
You see what happens when white people try to copy us? You see what happens when white folks try to copy us?
Chris, did you hear what I had said in the group chat about that part? I was so angry with that. I was like, yo, first of all, how the hell are you gonna sit here trying to imitate fucking Rico, Killer Cam, and pull the yo, what up, Kermie? You didn't just miss. You shot several times. You hit him at least 2 or 3 times, but you hit him but the places you hit him in allowed him. It gave him the opportunity he needed to make haste and run away.
And then even the scene where the cops pick him up and take him to the guy again, just like I know it's this the whole show don't tell, but it would be nice to see like, all right, he struggled and then he gets then it was like
nothing.
And then even when he snitched, it's like you don't feel anything because it's like he gets killed and it's like, oh, whatever. I don't care.
C'est la vie. Yeah, that's how I feel.
Now, see, D, you was like that. Here's me. 4 minutes. That's a new record.
I don't know why dude couldn't just tell him to eat shit and just die at that point. He was just like, I'll tell you everything. I'm like, man, you just canary. You know he's gonna kill you, right? All right. Whatever.
Like the look on his face. The look on his face when he walked into the room, had the cast in his arm and everything. He's like, I got all day. I got several days. I got a week. I was really waiting for him to say, I got all month, nigga.
Now here's the kicker. They did principal photography in New York, right? They filmed this movie in Cincinnati, Ohio.
It looked like they did.
You know what? Here's me, Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm sorry that they thought your city looked rough enough to be in New York.
Well, I mean, we did talk about let's be real. We did talk about In Too Deep in Akron and all that shit. So yeah, I kind of understand. Not saying that's right, but I understand.
Messed up, but yeah. 2019. That's fucked up. 2017 Cincinnati. It looks still like 80s New York. That's fucked up, bro.
It didn't dawn on me because it's like I know movies they usually film in other parts and stuff, but like usually whenever they do mob movies in New York, it's never an issue. But it was funny to me that they did the reason why they did when I looked up where they filmed it at, it's like, oh, they only did like principal photography in New York and maybe some places they filmed like outside buildings in New York, but basically everything was Cincinnati. And I was like, wow. And then come to find out they did it because, tax credit in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why when you watch Captain America Winter Soldier, there's parts where it's technically Ohio, but they try to make it DC and stuff. But at least that movie filmed stuff in DC, at least where like, all right.
Principal photography.
Like that.
No.
Like
it's past principal photography. It was actual places they did film in DC. This was just like, oh, this is all Cincinnati.
Like kind of like that, kind of like that scene from Live Free or Die Hard when they drove out to West Virginia and that road that they were on didn't look nothing like West Virginia.
In fact, this was basically kind of like Tyler Perry's Temptations, where it's like you're not in DC, you just film like the outside parts of the monuments in Georgetown, but you're not really in DC.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Like ain't no way in hell roads in DC are that damn smoothly paved.
Thank
Fuck
you.
out of here.
Thank you.
What the fuck you talking about? That's Atlanta. No, it's DC. That's clearly Atlanta.
Just because you did drone shots of the fucking Washington Monument does not mean you're in DC, sir. Like, don't do this. Don't do that.
Look, you can't fool me. Anybody can go on videoblocks.com and get a damn backdrop. All right?
I mean, it's kind of like other movies that film in Canada and they say they're DC, and I'm like, all right.
Like Vancouver and Toronto get used to death because of that shit. I understand that, right? But It's just weird, man. I feel that's fucked up for the city. I'm sorry,
but I mean, I think
Oh
I think the overall movie, for a movie that's an hour 45 minutes, it feels like it drags on longer than that.
It does.
Hey, your Ayers, I need to feel better real quick. Guy walks up to me. He said, "What you got to say, tough guy?" I said, "Hey, go fuck your mother." Thank you. I just had to say that. I just had to feel better about what the fuck I saw. I needed a jolt. I'm sorry.
Like legit banter between two characters.
I mean, I just laugh at the fact that, and here's the thing. When this movie got filmed at Cannes, right? Usually a majority of movies that get filmed at the Cannes Film Festival and stuff, they get moderate.
Oh, you mean the Cannes Film Festival?
The Cannes Film Festival, my bad. I don't know why I said Cannes.
Cannes. Damn, nigga.
No, Cannes Film Festival and stuff. Usually a lot of movies, majority of movies, they get moderate to positive things. This movie got negative off rip.
It needed to.
Off rip. And it's a movie, and the thing of it is, I don't even think this movie was really getting much hype leading into it, other than Travolta is John Gotti. That's about it. Like, but it never got any hype leading up to the Cannes Film Festival thing. And then once it got those negative reviews from Cannes, it never recovered at all.
Yeah, especially when you bomb there, you're like that, man. I think here's the thing. The movie had way too much going against it in the fucking first place for it to have any bounce back from a film festival like that.
Yeah,
it wasn't going like, and then the other thing that happened, you find out that who was that, Movie Phone or MovieTickets.com, one of them pumped up their numbers because the studio bought 40% of the ticket sales of the damn movie itself. They were buying their own fucking.
Like, did the mafia put a gun to you guys' head and tell you to do that?
That's what I think. It feels like the mafia had something to do with it, doesn't it?
Did the Gotti family goad you into doing that shit? Like, what the fuck? Like,
it feels like, look, dog, this real talk. It feels like somebody got a bag and it was illegal as hell. You know what I mean? It feels like someone got a bag off this shit.
Here's the kicker. This is one of those movies that even with everything, it's not going to hurt. It didn't hurt John Travolta at all, honestly.
Of course it won't. John Travolta is much like the Teflon Don himself. He's untouchable. I have seen John Travolta do pure shit. We have seen John Travolta sing, and it's terrible. And guess what? We'll still see a movie in a. We'll still see a movie if it's good enough with John Travolta in it. We will not say no.
I mean, I've seen.
I thought we was done with that nigga. Next thing you know, From Russia with Love. Yeah, From Russia with Love.
From Paris with Love.
From Paris with Love came out. Like, yo.
Oh, that movie was fucking dope. I don't give a fuck with
anybody. Nobody was ready for that John Travolta, because this is the thing that I always give John Travolta. He's going to act.
Oh, dude.
He's going to show the fuck up.
The fact that, and I think the only reason why the Gotti didn't kill him was because the year before he was Robert Shapiro in The People vs. OJ, and he was actually really good in that. And I think that's
what I'm talking about. John Travolta is interesting. He's like Eric Roberts. He's showing the fuck up.
Oh, he showed the fuck out of People vs. OJ. I was like, man, he is acting his ass off in this shit. Like, goddamn.
He was going to have like a comeback, and he really didn't. But still, see what I'm saying?
It's like you're getting put this way. It's like if you get a good director and stuff, you're guaranteed to get some acting out his ass.
You're going to get the level of writing and directing out of you're going to get it at you're going to get what you get out of John Travolta. The rest is on you.
I mean, it's like Nick Cage and because John Travolta, much like Nick Cage, has been slumming it on the direct-to-DVD movies, and I gotta be real, they're way better than Gotti. And I know that's not saying much, but
man, look, man, truth is truth. This is actually the reason why I wanted us to do this movie was for one big reason. Because a lot of people really don't. We always talk about the good mafia movies. Nobody talks about the bad ones, and even real talk. The next two movies we're going to talk about are what you call middle of the road. People talk about it, but not really talk about it. Movies, but we need to talk about a bad one. I said I got to find a bad one that's bad enough that I know we can stomach real quick and get through it. I just took a guess and I said Gotti. Because I saw at least part of this movie, and I said, at least John Travolta can fucking act in it. So
but here's the kick.
I was hoping that was going to be the big thing for us, but yeah, we got.
But here's the funny thing about Gotti, and again, watching it, I forgot because again, you forget she's in it. He's acting opposite of his wife, Kelly Preston, in this movie.
Yeah, Kelly Preston, for the most part, always plays beside her husband in some type of way. I don't know how John does it, but he does it. She was even in Battlefield Earth because she was the one that was clearly going to give him long tongue head.
Yeah.
That one scene. So,
no, but I mean, granted, maybe that speaks to their relationship. That's probably what it is.
Yeah, they're very look, man. Look, I can't speak for.
I'm not saying they're supposed to hate each other, but it's like, oh, I didn't know their relationship was like that. All right, well, that's cool.
It's kind of cool. Being Scientologist is weird. Anyway.
I'm just saying, yeah. I think it is interesting to see the perspective of this movie on us as people that watch this. Because I don't know any other black person that watched Gotti. And
here's the other thing. Pitbull did the music of this movie. I got to say this, and I have to. Pitbull did. Yeah, he even rapped a song about John Gotti too. Why, D? Why would Pitbull do it? Because all Cubans think they're Italian.
And on top of that, Mr. 305 never says no to a paycheck.
Thank you.
Look, the one thing I will give Pitbull is that, and it's a hustle that he has learned to master. Yeah, it's corny as fuck, but you know what? It's going to the kids. They ain't got me there.
Pitbull is in the category much like Flow Rider. They might not be your faves, but they know how to hustle their ass off and put out some music.
I love Pitbull way more than Flow Rider, but whatever.
But Flow Rider it's like Flow Rider and Pitbull know. Yeah, I know my music's gonna be in a shitty ass movie, but guess what? Them fucking residuals is fire. Let's go.
Yo, man. You know what? It's kind of it's whatever. But like I said, we had to get Gotti out the way. I had to get this out the way.
Sorry. I'm sorry. This
Sorry.
is like when D showed me the picture of what Gotti Jr. really looks like in the movie. It's like I'm laughing just because of the stark differences. And again, you get that out of movies anyway, but it's just more funny seeing it. I was like, yo, Gotti Jr. in the movie looked like he about ready to whoop ass. But Gotti Jr. in real life, not so much. He might pistol whip you, but he ain't gonna whoop you with his hands.
Yeah, I know, right? You know what I mean? It's kind of fun, and it's kind of funny how you seen John Gotti. That's what I'm saying. If you look at him outside and all that, it's like the way he presents himself. I'm not saying he is a rat or nothing like that, because everybody in the mob rats to me. So I don't care.
Varying degrees.
Yeah, I was saying everybody kind of rats, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about it. Because you want me to be 100,000%? Yeah, he's a fucking cornball. And I'm pretty sure everybody in the mob laughs this nigga out. Hey, John Gotti, fuck him, fucking bitch. I'm pretty sure they go on that dude.
No. Hey,
he looked like it. He looked like a bitch. I don't know, man. Whatever.
Hey, shout out to his son being in MMA and stuff. I did. He did.
See how big that nigga is, man. Yo.
Look. You know what was crazy is because, and I know I'm not judging anybody, but I have to imagine. Like you're the son or the daughter of somebody like that, and you want to make a name for yourself that's beyond just, oh, you're Gotti's kid or some shit, right? So I gotta imagine that's a lot of pressure for somebody like that. I have to.
I think so, man, especially a mob boss.
Because you don't want that, and I'm pretty sure Gotti the Third, because that's the dude that's playing in UFC. I know he was just kind of like, oh man, god damn it, Gotti. I'm like, I don't want to be in this. Like, why? So I don't know. It is what it is and stuff. But hey, like I said, that's the legacy of the Gotti family and stuff. And it is what it is. What can you do? So, but anyways, But yeah,
hey, look, we got the Carters, they got the Gottis. I don't what I say that. Somebody's gonna use that. Fuck it. Anyway, next episode, Chris. I don't know. I might flip a coin because
no. We did say once upon a time.
I did say no. I did say once upon a time. No, Brooklyn I gotta say, what I'm gonna do, Bronx Tale, or we gonna do Donnie Brasco, or Donnie Brasco, and we're gonna do. Are we gonna do Johnny Depp and Pacino? Are we gonna do some young kid and Robert De Niro?
I gotta be honest with you. If you're gonna keep it to real life, I say we keep it going with Donnie Brasco because number one, it plays into the fact that number one. Yeah, much like a lot of people say in The Wire and other shows, the job does not save you. And Donnie Brasco learned the hard way that the fucking FBI did not give one rat's of a fuck about him at the end of the goddamn day. And that is in and of itself, is sad as shit when you really watch that movie.
I think that would be a good one because we seen in John Gotti with his boy Willie Boy, which was his real life friend. Which, by the way, pissed me off. By the way, when I found that out, I was like you guys used to be free, like y'all used to be together all the way back in the day. And I was like, they were. I didn't see it until 15 minutes ago.
Again, here's
what
me.
The fuck?
Again, here's me. Fucking win.
Thank you.
Yo, that would have been a perfect time when Willie showed up. That's when you're like, that's fucking Willie Boy. That's my best friend. I remember him back. He's like, no, I didn't get none of that. Fuck you, movie.
Dude, that's like all of a sudden.
It's like Donnie Brasco, bro.
It's like all of a sudden, it's like when people out of the blue, when they talk about Hitler and the Holocaust, they just try to drop on you. But did you know Hitler was a classical painter? And I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you. Don't do that.
Niggas do that shit with George Bush, and I say the same thing, nigga. They're like, yo, look, man, he may have started the Iraq War and may have really ruined this country's reputation for a long time. But he draws nice pictures. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, wait, D.
I barely get around that shit with Obama, nigga. You think I want to let Bush go away with that?
Hey, D, we can also take it to today's times. Hey, look, Trump said a lot of crazy. See, this nigga's already laughing. I ain't even get to something. No, let me finish. Look, Trump said a lot of crazy, out of pocket stuff, but he didn't take us to war or anything. Here's me. Look, why take a chance?
Thank you. I'm sorry. History. I know most people say it happens with every president, but it's like Trump is going to be that exception because it's like, well, Trump, what did you really do? Because really, at the end of the day, it's just going to be only dumbass white people. They're going to think that they're going to try to revise Trump's image, and I'm like, nah, bro, nah, no.
Because right now we're getting House of the Rising Sun.
Giuliani is old boy that went to the other country and got shot in the stomach.
Oh, you mean he went to Costa Rica to try to pick up his son?
Yeah.
He knew if he gave up anybody from the outfit that would reduce his son's sentence.
Why,
bruh? They sent Yo, Gadji sent the boys.
Yo, that's motherfucker. Yeah, that's Giuliani. That's definitely Giuliani.
Oh my!
Hey, who's Mike Pence? I'll tell you everything. I was set up.
Let me tell you something before we go.
He was Phil Green. Absolutely.
Let me tell you something. How much of a soft ass motherfucker do you got to be? Trump calls you a pussy and you don't even take a swing. How, dude? He has you by the balls. He calls you a pussy outright and you don't say anything. Wow. Couldn't be me.
I got to be real with you. He can't do nothing to you at that point, man.
It really can't.
No, you lost everybody. Like, what's punching you? You know what? I'm glad all this is happening because a part of me, you know what, Eris? How great would it be? And I'm calling the future on this one. How great would it be the night we record Casino that they're arresting folk from the Trump administration? How fucking awesome would that be?
It'll be just like when they arrested Cuba Gooding Jr. He had that lost look on his face looking around.
Like, no, D. Now, when you say all that, remember what I told y'all at the beginning of 2020. Trump acted like it was the third act in a mob movie.
Yeah.
What we're witnessing right now is the extended director's cut of that third act.
And I gotta be real too. I gotta be real about this. I think a lot of us, for all the stuff he got away with in his presidency, I think a lot of us are shell shocked a little bit that things are finally happening, because before we're like, man, that nigga actually gonna get away with this shit, and it's like, oh, he's not. Let's see where this story goes.
Here's the thing too. We're still not totally out of it, but at the same time, man, I can understand people's optimism. I really do. I mean,
after the Capitol shit, it's like, shit. I mean, look.
Now listen, I will give you guys all the optimism in the world. You know, I look, I'm with you.
He got impeached. I'm shocked.
No, hold on. Yes, that's true. Yes, that is very true. They're clearly doing it from the point of, look, we're trying to make sure that this motherfucker will never ever run again, right?
Yeah.
Try to make sure the Secret Service ain't there for when the Russians show up.
on top of all of that, you know, you're never gonna have anybody like him in office ever again. I mean, the chances of us getting anybody even remotely close to Trump, like, you know, and when I mean by somebody close to Trump, I mean a non-politician.
Yeah, it's going to be a minute.
No, and I hear what Gaddafi is saying. Never doubt white people's shenanigans. I'm not doubting it, but it is a very long ass shot. No, remember, you have one man who single-handedly dismantled the GOP.
No, but here's the thing: it's like anything else. It's one of those, to give the Republicans credit and stuff. It's kind of like that person that's a habitual line crosser, where it's like, all right, clearly I can't cross that line. So what other line can I cross that's not going to put me in that direction? That's all it really is. It's like, yeah, that's all it is. That's anybody. It's like, all right.
And we already know this. We knew that Trump was like the biggest like habitual line crosser in like history, you know. But I still got to know. What made people really think that he was gonna, I don't know, survive a second term, even make it to a second term?
I mean, look, again.
Booty one.
I mean, let's be real. Again, I said this on the 2020 show. How do you fuck up a layup? That's all I'm
saying. That's what I'm saying. Hold on, Chris. I think you forget. He didn't just have one layup. He had an entire game of layups.
Could have gave everybody $2,000 and everybody would have been like, oh, man, let me suck your dick right now, sir.
No. Never mind that. Fuck all of that. The easiest layup in the world that you fucked up. Hold up. The easiest layup that you fucked up was, can you say them? Can you say their names? Can you denounce them?
Please.
Who are they? I don't know who they are. Like, what are we talking about? He couldn't even denounce white supremacy. He couldn't do it. He just couldn't do it. Easiest layup in the world. You got every great dunker at the fucking rim, ready to do an NBA Jam style dunk. They're waiting for the alley-oop, my nigga. Just throw the ball up. That's all you had to do, and you couldn't do it. Real talk. I felt like Denzel Washington in Training Day when he turned around and told Hoyt to shoot him in the back. He's like, "Go ahead, you're gonna have to shoot me. Go ahead, because I'm getting that money." He turns around, nigga, you can't do it. You can't even do it.
Meanwhile, Trump's I guarantee you, Trump's whole mentality during his whole presidency is like fucking Lonzo in Training Day. It's chess, not checkers, nigga. Like, you're not playing chess, sir. I'm just hope you know that.
No, actually, Chris, it's the better line. What are you, a sheep or a wolf?
All right. Look, we are still recording. Fuck this shit. We
got it, people. Peace.
We're done. Hey!
I hate the hands. I hate the Italian hands.
Hey! I don't make the rules. Oh.